players getting into cells in the Cutlass Blue? Will they need to be incapacitated via injury restraints, then put into the cell by the player, or will there be a cutscene of you putting the player into your cell? In terms of the holding cells, we're sort of still figuring out quite the dynamics of if you're a bounty hunter and you go and get someone that's wanted, we don't really want you to be able to sort of hold someone in your cell indefinitely, because that's kind of enables griefing. So what we're kind of thinking is that when you capture someone, you capture them, basically they'll be in your cell for your intents and purposes, and when you land, you can drop them off for the authorities or whatever. But the the player that was captured sort of has a very small timeout and then ends up sort of in the, whatever you want to call it. We've been talking about possibly having sort of a small sort of prison interstitial that's pretty easy to escape from, but it's sort of like a time-wasting penalty for getting caught if there's a bounty on your head and all the rest of the stuff. But essentially what we would probably do is put someone in your holding cell. So when you capture them, say you tractor them in out of space after you've blown up their ship, or maybe you stun them on a planet or something like that, if we're allowing you to do that, because we're still trying to figure out the sort of PvP and tracking bounty hunter aspects, then I think that person, or what they look like, will appear in the cell. And then on the other side, the other person that was captured, like I said, would sort of go about the process of sort of coming back into the game via their own way. So that's kind of what we're thinking. So probably, it'd be much more along the lines of sort of either appearing in the cell once you capture someone, or kind of a cutscene. There wouldn't really be sort of the dragging them around and placing them in the cell, because that is a lot of work for not really a lot of upside. It's sort of more the mundane stuff. All right, so.